All right, so for your costing project, what you guys need to do is you need to fill out one of these recipe card sheets for each one of the recipes that you need to have for your costing project, okay? So for your costing project, what you're gonna need is you have to cost out your cake, your buttercream, your filling, whether it be the second buttercream or curd or whatever, your dessert syrup, and your garnish. Okay, so that's 5 items. So I need to have one of these cards per one of those items. So it's 5 sheets. Okay. So when you do this, you're going to be filling out this part here. You're going to basically put your recipe here. So the amount, so it's like if you're doing chocolate, so if you have a chocolate cake recipe, okay, that has, you need 5.29 ounces of chocolate. And if chocolate or butter, and then if butter costs 10 cents an ounce, then you need 5.29 times 0.1 to give you the 0.53. Okay. So let me show you this on another sheet. So for these recipes, keep in mind, you only need to do the recipe, how much each that costs per unit that you're scaling by. Okay, so eggs, it's 2 each, so it's 14 cents an egg. All right, and then how much your total cost is, and then you'll stop for the recipes at total cost of your recipe. All right, then what you'll do is you'll take a 6 sheet and you'll put how much your chocolate cake costs. Okay, so your chocolate cake costs $2.13. Your buttercream, so you'll list out how much each one costs. So notice these numbers are the same. Apparently got a typo there, but those numbers should be the same. They're not going to be changing. It's be one cake recipe. It's going to cost you $2.15 per cake, which means $2.15 for your total cost. For this one, you'll do all of the rest of your boxes. So your total cost of the recipe is $9. Your servable portion per recipe, you have 12 portions for your cake. So you divide 901 divided by 12 gives you 75 cents. Okay. So that's 6 papers that you need to turn into me. Typed, printed, and then physically handed to me. Okay. So what I made for you guys is this color-coded document to help you to see exactly how everything goes, where it goes, where you need to put it. Okay, so it's all, so this part's only for the whole cake. It's all this down here, right? So it's laid out, labeled, color-coded, so you know what you need to do. Okay. So for this, how you get your costs. So you'll go here and say you need 5 ounces of all-purpose flour, okay? And just like with your requisition sheets, you're going to convert this to ounces because it's the easiest way to get your document, okay? So if you have 50 pounds, all right, of flour per bag, that's how you get it in, is a 50-pound bag, all right? So if you do 50 and then you times that by 16, because there's 16 ounces to a pound, right? So you times that by 16. Oops. So 50 times 16 equals 800. So that's how many ounces are in that bag, okay? So if you go over here, so your bag is $22.90. So if you take 22.90 and you divide it by 800, that will give you 0.0, it's 0.028. So you always round that last decimal, right? So it's 0.03. So it's basically 3 cents for 1 ounce of your flour. So that's the math you need to do for the ingredients that you need to use. Okay. Now, if you don't see a recipe, an ingredient on this sheet, what you need to do is Google it and then go from there and do your math. All right. So you need it for every recipe, every ingredient you need to do this for. All right. So that's where you get the cost of how much this is. So for the all, of course, this one doesn't have all-purpose whole flour on it, but the cake flour, same thing. So it's 3 cents. That's where we got the 3 cents from doing that math. Okay, so you need to start by doing that math so you know how much your cake is going to cost. All right. So once when you do one of these for each one of your cakes, then you're gonna, your last one is gonna have the bottom part done. Okay. Any questions on how you're gonna get your math? Okay. You will be graded with a costing rubric, which isn't posted, but I'll post that today before you guys leave. So your costing rubric is right here, and it tells you how many points, what the expectation is, and that's how you're gonna be graded on your costing sheets. Okay. All right. So I recommend you get your sheets organized so you don't have to worry about the last week. Okay. Get your costing sheets done. If you want to bring them in early, that's fine with me. Get your costing sheets done. You can also start getting your menu typed up and ready to go. Okay. You can review and make sure you have clean copies of your production sheets to turn in. I don't want you to turn in a production sheet that's got all your little love notes on it. Okay. So make sure you turn in have a nice clean production sheet. That one should be typed. That one should have colored pencils to color in your stuff and all that. Okay. While you're redoing those, you can also double make sure you got everything done and figure out where exactly to place things. Okay. Any questions? All right.